overnight we got a solid dumping of snow. And this morning it's about 30 minutes of clearing the snow from the driveway. Now, this afternoon, after I returned from an appointment, the plow came by. It made a single pass. I thought it was done. I was working away at removing the snow. And of course, he was not done. He came around a second time. And just as I had cleared a significant amount from the end of the driveway, he dumped a second load at the end of the driveway. Now, you and I both experience things like this over and over again. How we respond to the situation is going to make a huge impact on what happens afterward, especially to our body and our brain's capacity to handle what happens next. So the plow driver and I made eye contact, and he gave a smile with a bit of a shrug, and I gave a smile and I laughed because, I mean, what are you going to do? It's totally outside of our control. And yes, he had to come by twice. There was a ton of snow out there. And so I could have gotten furious. I could have moved energetically, emotionally, and mentally into anger and frustration and annoyance. And guess what that would have probably done to my body as I tried to lift heavy amounts of snow? Probably would have pulled my back out, injured a shoulder, a hip, like something would have felt it physically. But because that wasn't my response, which is entirely within our control to every situation, since my response was to laugh and then engage in the shoveling, nothing happened. I was capable of moving all of the snow. And to my delight, my husband came out and assisted. We can apply this basic principle to our lives, our entire lives. Yes, we have the capacity to choose our reaction to anything and everything that happens in life. And sometimes the motivation of that is to be paying attention to what happens after your choice of reaction. Sometimes we are the only ones, because of our choice of reaction, who suffers. And so we are responsible for our suffering. Sometimes, based on our choice of reaction, we suffer and other people also suffer. And so we are a negative ripple impact to others. As this becomes part of your awareness and you're thinking about your emotional intelligence, both your personal and social competencies, I want you to consider, what are moments in my week that I know are coming and I have already predetermined how I'm going to respond to it? And it isn't anything pleasant. It's negative. And my body is already suffering because of it. And what's the tweak of that dial you want to make? What is the shift in how you are thinking about, anticipating, perceiving something to be, that if you make that shift, you know you're going to benefit, and possibly others will too.